Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Dunkin' Donut Shops of Westfield and the Sardinia family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield. Support for community radio on WSKB is provided by Betts Plumbing and Heating Supply Company, an independent, family-owned wholesaler serving Westfield for over 50 years, specializing in plumbing, heating, and industrial piping supplies. On the web at bettsplumbing.com or at 14 Coleman Avenue in Westfield.
I'm Mark Auerbach. Join me every Friday at 8 a.m. for Arts Beat, where you'll meet interesting actors, directors, designers, and musicians here in Western New England.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 at 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Good morning, and welcome back to Superintendent Spotlight, Season 9, Mr. Rogers.
You know, it's unbelievable. I was thinking about that this morning. I was talking to our staff down at the barn in the office. I'm like, about to go to the radio, and I said, I think this is our 9th year.
It is.
Isn't
that incredible?
I meant instrumental version of the song that you, so we could, if we need longer periods of time.
Well, we can do that. Yes,
very nice.
We have a new intro song. So we transitioned from Life is a Highway to
Right Now.
Right Here, Right Now. Is that the name of the song?
It's Right
Yeah, it's
Now.
Right Now. Yep.
The intro without lyrics, so that's pretty cool. But let's put this into perspective. So we've been on the air longer. Are you ready? Than Bewitched, Home Improvement, Game of Thrones, The Andy Griffith Show, The Cosby Show. We've been on longer than The Cosby Show.
Really?
Not that we should mention Bill Cosby, I guess. That's not a bad thing. But
No, you can.
okay. We've been on the air longer than Who's the Boss, Full House, Different Strokes. Remember that show?
Of course.
Gary Coleman. We've been on the air longer than Laverne and Shirley.
During their initial runs.
Yes.
Not
when they were with
Not
Happy
when
Days.
they were, right.
We've been on the air longer than Three's Company,
Wow.
the original Magnum PI, and we've been on the air longer than Perfect Strangers, if you remember Balki Bartakamus.
Something tells me, though, that those shows generated a little more revenue than ours did.
And ratings.
And ratings, yeah.
But we're not going there. I was just trying to say how long we've been on the air.
It is pretty incredible, though, when you think about it.
Yeah, and producing quality shows, I think, too.
Well, you've been superintendent now.
This is my 9th year.
For 8 into 9 years, which
Yep.
is...
And before that, I had Tiger Talk when we were
Right.
principal here.
Right.
So the radio and the community TV is in
Wow.
our blood, so we like it.
Yes.
And we're happy to be here. School has started.
It has.
It has. We are actually in our second week of school. So today's Thursday, so actually we've had a school now open for a week, except for Abner and Franklin. They started last Wednesday because of the move that's
And
coming up.
Fort Meadow started with kids yesterday.
They did, and all of our preschool and kindergarten started yesterday.
Yes.
So everybody's back now.
We are back.
We're in full swing. Happy to be back. And just so you know, today is also National Cheese Pizza Day.
You know,
Yeah, I saw that. With
Yeah.
Bobby G had that too.
yeah.
Well, we're going to have some cheese pizza in a little later on today.
Ooh.
Cheese pizza. It's what's for breakfast. I did see online you could go get. I think if you there are some pizza chains, restaurants that are participating, giving up free cheese pizzas. But
Oh, that's cool.
Ours is from Culinary Arts here at Westfield Tech, so I'm pretty excited about that.
That's great.
But today we have Principal
Hi, Chuck.
Chuck Jędrysik from Westfield High School. And if you follow Westfield High School's Facebook page, there's a lot of great things happening over there. But I want to say this to both of you, as you're in charge of our maintenance crew, and you're obviously in charge of the crew at the high school too. Westfield High School looked fantastic opening, don't you think?
Good morning, guys. Yeah, it looked really good. I mean, our custodians did an exceptional job. The floors were so shiny.
So shiny, almost like I needed sunglasses.
You want to have can you move your mic a little bit, Chuck? Because you're talking talk right into that thing.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, I can hear you better now. They just did a bang-up job, huh?
And I want to add to that, and Chuck knows this, we had, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I know I'm not, we had summer programs there at Westfield High literally all summer long.
So they had to work around.
Oh, we had to work around a lot of things this summer. And those are all great things for our kids, and we would never say not to do them.
Right.
But we had the curriculum summit there, too.
Right.
For our staff. So the fact that everything
right.
looked the way it did when it was all said and done, we were pretty pleased.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
summer school was there this year.
Yes.
We did a transition program for all of our incoming ninth graders. Like you said, the curriculum summit, just a ton of things. It was a really busy summer, so
Sure
for them
was.
to make the school look as good as they did, they really went above and beyond.
I think they
Nice.
did a terrific job. So please pass that along, and if I see them, I certainly will.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Because that is terrific. And you have open house coming up too, right? September 12th, I think.
September 12th, yeah, 6
That
o'clock.
is 6 to 7:30, right?
Yep.
So, can you? What's the story with that? Like, people just come. What do they do?
Yeah, so obviously when any of the parents or families show up, they follow their child's schedule. So
Right.
it's very early in the school year. We always do it early in the school year, and it gives them an opportunity to meet all of their
teachers?
children's teachers and share the information about the course, the syllabus, the expectations, so that really we can hit the ground running and be on the same page with our families. So it's a good event. It's a quick event. It's only an hour and a half.
It is.
But it's always a nice job.
Food trucks this year? You've done that. in the past.
No food trucks this year, unfortunately. But the food trucks were a hit. I will say
Yes,
that.
I was just going to say, yeah, because I know others have done it too. Well, you know why they're a hit? Because it's around dinner time that we host these. So if people have an opportunity to eat, they can too. But maybe next year.
Maybe.
But I want to get back to the improvements at the high school. Pete, I don't know if you have the pictures ready, because I want to start with the tennis courts. If you can show a picture of the new tennis courts at Westfield High School. And we're having a little ceremony there tomorrow at 9 o'clock to do a ribbon cutting. So I have the ribbon and the scissors in my office at Westwood. And, the tennis courts needed to be replaced badly.
100%.
I think they were probably the original from when the school was built. And if you look at them,
Look at 'em.
they look fantastic, don't they?
Yeah, they came out great, and we are also obviously doing some landscaping around it. They laid some sod down the other day. They look perfect.
They do. And the color of the red, obviously, for the Bombers. You don't usually see red tennis courts, but I think that's a great thing. So, and again, tennis is not until spring, but your PE classes will use that between now and then, correct?
Absolutely. They'll be out there right away. I mean, they're going to take advantage of the nice weather that we have, and they'll be outside. It's going to be great.
That's a nice thing. By the way, this is the best time of year for weather, isn't it? I love this. This
Nothing
is
like
terrific.
September and October.
I know. It's cool at night. You can still leave the windows open a little bit, not too much. You don't have to turn the heat on yet.
Let's hope we don't have, like, you know how sometimes we get that heat wave in the middle of September? It
Yeah,
just
like
kinda
summer
comes
part
in.
3 or something.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm kind of hoping we dodge that.
We've been fortunate this year because in the past few years we've had some really hot days in September, and I know we've had to do some early releases at different times because it's like in the mid 90s. So we've been very fortunate. Your school's not hot right now, right?
No, it was actually really nice because usually the first couple of days, the opening days, everybody's sweating. They're all uncomfortable, and it feels like summer. This year it wasn't too bad.
Not at all.
And now the fall weather, it feels like fall. It feels like we should be back in school, and everyone's excited. It's great.
Absolutely.
Good.
And so, Pete, the next picture I'd like to go to, I think, if you can, is the vestibule in the beginning.
Ah, yes.
And if you can dig that one up, because we added, all schools are now built with the vestibule piece, and so our new elementary school has that same feature. Westfield Intermediate School also has that feature where you walk in. So now, Chuck, if you want to talk a little bit about that. So your main office moved. You tell us. I know, but you can tell. But first, I just want to point out how shiny the floors are. So there you go. Pretty good. So what do you got there?
Yeah, so we set up a double door system. One of the problems with where the old office was is that anytime someone was buzzed into the building, they would be unaccompanied to the main office.
Absolutely.
This here allows us an extra layer of safety. So anyone who's coming in to pick up their children or to visit the school, they're buzzed in through the first set of doors. And then if they need to go anywhere else in the building, they're escorted and they would be buzzed into the second set of doors. So it's been a really nice summer as far as setting up for the move. The new office that we moved over there, it looks great. They did a nice job with it. The secretaries are happy to be there. So it's great.
Yeah, I think that extra layer of protection is huge. And it's the world we live in today. I mean, as recent as yesterday. So.
Right.
And that's just it. I mean, we want to be as safe as we can. We want students to feel safe. We want families to feel safe. And this was a really good addition for us.
Well, and now, like if someone they just want to drop off someone's lunch, and I'm just using that as an example, they don't even have to enter the building. They could just enter that first foyer and then go on their
Same
way
when
and
they're there to pick someone up now, right? It's with that double gate system, and then we're
transitioning.
Right, we see the picture of the new office. It really makes it it makes it safer. It also makes it more convenient, and it helps our staff, because a lot of times in the past we'd be bringing people into the office, and not that we don't want people in our office, but how busy school offices can
get.
So
Sure.
it's a nice balance between safety and and smoother operations.
It is, and once again, you can see how shiny the floors are. I'm just going to keep adding that. So we've got the tennis courts, we've got the vestibule. A few years ago, we put funding into the pool, right?
We did. Yeah.
So we're going to take our first break, and then we'll come back and keep going on some of the other capital improvements at Westfield High School. So again, we play 4 songs. You got to guess the year. You know the drill. Pete, can you take us away with our first song of the 9th season of Superintendent Spotlight?
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Dunkin' Donut Shops of Westfield and the Sardinia family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield.
Listen to me, Michael Buster McMahon, Mondays 8 to 10 a.m. to learn the stories behind your favorite songs. Or don't. I'm not the boss of you.
Community Radio 89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Welcome back to Superintendent Spotlight. So that song was How's It Going to Be by Third Eye Blind. It was number 11 in the top 100 of the year that we're looking for.
I know I was out of high school.
You were out of high school?
Yep.
I was too.
I think my brother was still in high school, but I was out of high school.
Chuck may still have been in high school.
I think I played it at his keggers.
Oh, geez.
Oh, for crying out loud.
I think I might have been. I think it might be my senior year.
Might be?
Maybe. That's
Okay.
my guess. That's
Well,
that's where
there's
I'm at
3
right
more
now.
songs that you get to look at. So, all right. So before we took on the break, we were talking about the capital improvements at Westfield High School,
Yeah.
Pete. So I'd like to now transition to the science labs. So those are the classroom photos, Pete. I probably should have labeled them for him, before I sent them to him. But so that's some cool seating and desks right there. So, but so if people don't know, we got an earmark from the government, the state government, through Senator Vilas. Thank you, John.
Thank you, Senator.
And we have been redoing some of our science labs. I want to shout out Lori and Figgy Cadigan for doing this work. She has been on top of this really most of the summer. But talk about these seats, because
Aren't they amazing?
they are. And what's the? It looks like something I could use to roll around in anyway. 'Cause I
Absolutely.
can't sit still. If you notice, even on the show, I'm
Right.
bouncing around in my chair.
100%.
So what do you got?
Those seats, I mean, one of the big initiatives that we really have at Westfield High School this year is to have students talking more with each other about coursework and things like that. And these desks, they wiggle, they move, they turn. So it's very easy for our students to be set up to do group work, to interact with each other. They're just really great. And they're also good for, obviously, kids who do have a tough time sitting still, because they do have a little bit of wiggle to them.
Yeah.
But they're nice. They also switch very easily from right-handed to left-handed. The writing tab goes and slides over to the different sides, things like that.
Nice.
So it's pretty cool.
So long gone are the old standard desks that we had when we were kids in school. Those are disappearing, aren't they?
They are. I mean, they're disappearing. We obviously still have a number of them in the high school.
Sure. Right.
But this type of flexible seating and things like that are really they're advantageous for our students.
They are, but back to the desks. So, because if you're not this, we're working at tables and we're talking about collaboration, right? So, you had mentioned the focus about students talking to each other, essentially, and that is a focus this year: student discourse, because we learn better when we're talking about stuff
Absolutely.
than when we're being talked at. I mean, that's
Oh, it's
For sure.
of course.
all the research supports that. So the kids will retain more information, and obviously they're going to be working on more problem solving. We are now a Project Lead the Way district, pre-K to 12, right? So that includes here at Westfield Technical Academy, and that's all new. So it's pretty exciting. But the science lab, so we have one lab that I think has been completely overhauled, and the others have been touched up, essentially. Is that what we were able to do?
I think that we're in a good place with most of them. We're still waiting for some equipment and things like that, but we did an engineering lab the other day.
Right.
We have a number of 3D printers that we have available.
Awesome.
Mrs. Sweeney, who is our engineering teacher, she's been in the same room for 22 years. but
Wow.
She moved down to a little bigger space that we redid for her. She's really excited about it. It's great.
And so we are working toward already have an engineering pathway, I believe, right? We're working on that?
Correct, yes.
Yeah. And you have a biomedical pathway too. So the high school has evolved curriculum-wise. We'll get back to the capital project because I think there's a couple more photos we have to look at. But you have more to offer now at Westfield High School than we used to, right?
We do. A big part of what we want to do is to help kids find what they want to do.
Sure.
And that may sound...
Which is hard.
It is hard.
Some of us are 50s and don't, so kind of. I'm just saying.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
But kind of the theory that we're working with is that as many bites at the apple that we can give kids, try different things. From criminal justice, we have a criminal justice pathway, to the biomedical. We have an internship program that's growing. We have a number of community partners who are allowing internships, and our students are going out into
I
the
think
community.
Pete Coles is picking up an intern here potentially from Westfield High School. So
Nice.
thanks,
Great.
Pete.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But it's important. It's important for students. We are Obviously, we have students who go on to college, go on to great colleges and things like that, but we have a number of students who still don't know exactly what their path is. So this helps us for students to kind of decide what they want to do and give them a little bit of a taste.
And it's important to me for this because you see less kids going to college for various reasons, I think. One,
Of course.
the biggest one is the cost. It's become cost prohibitive almost.
Sure.
But it also doesn't guarantee you a career, right? So when we are getting kids out to internships, job shadows, or even jobs, there at least be things that they're interested in. I know that's what we focus on, right? So if a student is interested in possibly being a veterinarian, I know Patty Healy, who runs your career center, does a fantastic job.
Fantastic.
Has talked about, getting students to a vet office because we made that connection last year at the career fair, which is right next door to you pretty much.
Yep, we did that. We had students, we have a number of students this year who are at Noble Hospital.
That's
looking at
terrific.
Nursing programs, things like that. We had a student last year who was with Southwick Fire Department. I mean, these are meaningful careers. These are great
They
careers
are.
for students.
And if you don't like it, now's the time to find
This
out.
is the time to find out.
Right? I mean,
Sure.
you don't want to find out your last year of college if you end up going that route. So I just think it's exciting the different opportunities that students have, and still we have the early college program with Westfield State, and I think we're almost up to 300 students participating between both schools and other dual enrollment programs. So that's another thing, I want to say a gift, but an opportunity to our students because they don't have to pay for that. So they can, students can graduate from Westfield High School with up to 15, 18 credits.
Correct.
And that's a semester. And if you're paying for that can be significant. And the coursework they're taking is typically transferable, so wherever they want to go, they can get there, right?
Absolutely. And the thing that was great, we had our new teacher orientation last Monday.
Yes.
And typically what I do with that is I take all of our teachers on a tour of the school. I talk about the different programs and the different opportunities that students have. And it really just clicked how many good opportunities we've been creating for students over the last few years. And, and it's something really exciting.
It really is. And again, we do things to benefit kids. So that's what we try to do all the time. Great. All right. Back to the capital projects. Pete, can you bring up the auditorium? Because you had some work done there, right?
We did.
And I think, so there's a...
that was actually one of our class assemblies the other day.
And you can see the new carpet.
Yep, so we did the new carpet. We put that in last school year.
Yeah.
We also redid the sound system.
Yes.
We put in a new amp over the summer because we had some issues with the current amp.
Yeah.
But it's great. It's a beautiful space. It's one of the nice air-conditioned places in the building, so
Yes,
it's always
it
nice
is.
to have that in the summer.
I actually had feedback from one of your staff members yesterday that it was like a meat locker in there.
Well, it may or may not be, but it's
It's all right. You'd rather that
That's right.
100%.
than in
Than
there
the other
sweating.
way.
And what else we got, Pete? I'm trying. I don't remember what I sent him. Oh yeah,
courtyard.
Your courtyard.
This is our new courtyard. Yeah, absolutely. We had one of the classes. Typically, we get a class gift every year, and one of the classes from 2 years ago wanted to redo the courtyard. The courtyard was really not usable by students. It's completely surrounded by the building, so getting in heavy machinery or anything like that
Not on
It's not happening.
was not an option whatsoever. So we were fortunate enough to have a company who I don't recall the name right now, unfortunately, who was willing to come in, and they completely redid the courtyard. So we open up our courtyard during lunches to all of our juniors and seniors. We do have some seating in the back that was donated from the class of 2020.
Yeah.
So it's been great. We've had some students who started to go out there, and when you have days like today or
Today's a
this
good
week-
day to eat outside if you can, right?
Absolutely. It's beautiful out.
Absolutely.
We've had people enjoying it, and it came out great. I mean, obviously, they put some plants around, and it just looks pretty, and it's got a really nice feel and a really nice vibe.
All right, and this is one of the science labs, right?
Yep, that
When is this?
is, I believe, that's actually the engineering lab.
That you talked about earlier.
Yep, that we
Yep.
talked about earlier. You see some of the 3D printers, I think, to the left of that, to
Yep.
the back left. But that's the new space there. Those tables all move.
the
This
closet.
next one is one of the spaces that we're really very proud of.
Yeah, that's a nice space. You had a grand opening here
Gorgeous.
last year, and I attended that. I think you were there
I was
too.
there too,
Yeah.
We did. This is our
What is
community
it?
closet.
Okay.
When I started back 9 years ago, it's funny you're saying this is the 9th year of the show. It's amazing how time flies, for sure.
does.
This is my 9th year at Westfield High School. We really didn't have a space. And we had a couple of teachers, but especially Jill Keenan,
Yes.
who wanted to create a space that was comfortable for students and didn't have a stigma for students. And we partnered with Home Depot, especially with Home Depot, who helped us with this project. And I found a room, we found the space, we did a ton of work, and we opened the space over here. It has a changing table, we have obviously clothing for students, we have school supplies for students, toiletries, things like that, and everything that we have in this room is cost-free.
I was going to ask. Doesn't cost anything.
Not at all.
How frequently is it used?
It's used often. We have a number of students who go into the room throughout the day. We had a student yesterday who actually got some salad dressing on her clothing, and she utilized the community closet. We took her down there. She found some clothing that worked. She spent it was the last 2 periods of the day.
Right.
But that certainly makes it a lot more comfortable for a student than sitting there with soiled clothing on.
I think we have clothing closets and food pantries in the majority of our schools, really. And I remember when I started principal here, which was before my time as superintendent, we did a food pantry as well. And I think people may not realize, but about half of our students are considered low income or economically disadvantaged.
Yep.
Whatever the flavor of the week is
Whatever
for
the term
Desi
is,
to call
right,
it. But
right.
so we do this. And I also love that our school cafeterias are doing breakfast and lunch for free.
Absolutely.
And what it's done to participation has been great, too.
It has. I mean, I've seen the lines grow over the years. I mean, it's a great opportunity for the kids.
Yeah.
And the lunches are good quality, too, so they seem to be enjoying them, especially this year.
So I was actually, there was an article coming out today in the Reminder, the Penny Saver, about that our cafeteria is now serving local farm, fresh farm
Yes.
vegetables the majority of the year now. So we're not serving canned vegetables. And let's be fair, canned vegetables are not the highest quality product that you can receive. But this year we're also, and so I love working with local business, right? Because we want to support them. And I think that's awesome. But we're also getting our ground beef this year from North Elm Butcher Block. So
Can't beat that. That's awesome.
no, it's not mystery meat. When we were kids, you remember lunches? I don't know. Right? I mean, come on.
Sometimes the color of the cheeseburgers
were a little questionable.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but now it's just a lot better. Pete, was that all the picks?
Yes.
It is. Okay.
Nice.
All right.
And the school cheeseburgers were gray or gray?
Yeah.
I was going to say gray or whitish gray.
Because they
but
were
yeah,
steamed.
They were bad.
They were all
Shades?
steamed.
Steamed. A steamed burger. Yum.
Delicious.
Delicious.
And they were all well done.
Yeah, there's no medium rare, none of that. It was all exactly. All right, Pete, we're going to take our second break with our second song. This song was number 79 on the top 100 in the year that we're looking for. Here we go.
It's a bittersweet symphony that's life, trying to make
Support for community radio on WSKB is provided by Betts Plumbing and Heating Supply Company, an independent, family-owned wholesaler serving Westfield for over 50 years, specializing in plumbing, heating, and industrial piping supplies. On the web at bettsplumbing.com or at 14 Coleman Avenue in Westfield.
This is Ken Stomsky from Ken's Den on WCPC 15 and 89.5 FM, Tuesdays, 8 to 10.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB, Westfield.
Welcome back to Superintendent Spotlight. So that song was Bittersweet Symphony by The Verve.
The Verve.
If you remember that. We were talking off air about how we think movies and music was better back in this era.
And I know that sound. It's kind of.
We sound old and crotchety. That's what we
There's
sound.
There's a 15-year period between like 82 and 97 where the music was really good, and then auto-tuning took over.
Yeah. But how about the movies? Because we were talking about the movies. Like, when's the last time you were like, oh my God, I have to go to a movie theater to see that movie because it looks that good?
I went to see Twisters. It was pretty good.
Oh, all right. You said you went there too.
I rented that like on Prime. Right, it was the same day it came out. It was available to rent, which is weird.
Yeah, they've been doing a lot of direct, both.
The original is 10 times better.
Really?
I think so. Just might.
So it was a remake?
It's not a straight remake. It's the same kind of general idea.
Huh.
I think it was it wasn't a sequel either because none of the characters are the same, right, Pete? It was
correct.
Yeah, it was just.
It's a formulaic.
Yeah, it was just Twister, but in the year 2024. Right.
Yeah, but they kind of swapped the point of view.
Yeah.
They did?
Yeah.
They swapped the point
now
of view.
I'm going to see it, so stop.
It's decent. It's good,
I want to
great.
see Despicable Me 4, but that exited out of theaters fast. I love that. I love those characters. They're just fun.
But that's what I feel like when we were kids, you had, I remember going to see, all right, I'm going to date myself here, but wanting to go see Raiders of the Lost Ark and the Indiana
Wars.
Jones movies and the Star Wars. I remember seeing Superman movies in the theater.
Batman 89.
Yeah.
Batman Returns. I mean, there was,
I've been enjoying the Ghostbusters, reboot franchise. It's not a direct reboot. It's kind of telling stories in the same universe.
So the last movie had 3 of the original people, right, from the 84. I think I saw.
Yeah, and they're kind of phasing them out, but it continues the story.
Yeah. No, I saw.
Kind of like in the Star Trek, Star Wars vein.
Yeah, but there hasn't been a new Star Trek movie in ages since 2016, like 8 years.
Yep, they're supposedly working on one.
Really?
Yeah, they've been working on it for 8 years.
Well, that's because some of the characters didn't want to do it.
Didn't want to do it again.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, so today is National Cheese Pizza Day, and I know that cheese pizza is not my favorite pizza. What's your favorite pizza? If you're going to get a pizza, what are you getting on it?
It's kind of funny. Over time, that's evolved. Like, I remember being like a combo guy for a while. Then I was like, then I wanted meatballs all the time on my pizza.
It's got to be like a mood thing for me. It's
Right.
got to be in a certain
Right.
mood. But I will shout out Boston Bay 3.
Yeah.
I think it's Boston Bay 3. They have a buffalo blue pizza, buffalo chicken pizza. It's fantastic.
Chuck, I was just going to say, now, anytime you can put chicken on a pizza, let me tell you.
Delicious.
Pete, what's your favorite pizza?
I'm old school. I just like pepperoni and sausage.
See, I don't like sausage on my pizza anymore, but I used to when I
don't
was a
either.
kid, so I've
Right.
evolved too.
Right.
I do like the combo still, but without the sausage.
Right.
But I will not turn away a pepperoni pizza if it's a good pizza.
It's classic.
Substitute a hamburger for sausage. Then you're.
Yeah,
that's what I do.
I
You
love
have a favorite
hamburger
pizza
on
place? Can we
pizza,
talk
right?
about favorite pizza places? Because my favorite pizza place is in your town.
Oh yes, the favorite topic on Facebook.
Yes. Well,
I'm a big Paisanos guy.
That's my favorite place. Paisano's Pizza is terrific in Southampton. If you've never gone, listen, there's a lot of good
delicious.
pizza around here.
Now with North Elm gone, it's a little tough.
Yeah, but I've gotten
pizza.
family pizza, also good.
I tell you,
Family's what I grew up on, though.
Yeah.
Family's very good. Family's very good.
Because there was 3 brothers. The one in South Hadley, the one at the X in Springfield, and the one here in Westfield. They're all brothers.
And now what's left? Just the one here?
No, the South Hadley one's still owned by one of the brothers. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So, you know what I don't like on pizza is pineapple. Like, people like pineapple.
See, I like a good Hawaiian.
You
Like,
do?
I mean, I wouldn't wouldn't be the first thing I would order, but I would eat Hawaiian. Hawaiian's
Kenny's all over a Big Mac pizza.
I've seen those.
They're
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, and the other one I don't really like is just the meat lovers. There's so much
Too
meat.
much.
It feels like it's a heart attack waiting to happen.
It's too heavy.
Bacon, sausage, ground beef, pepperoni. I'm just like, wow.
It's a lot.
The best part is when you take the pizza or you're done with the pizza and you see all the grease underneath it. From
That
those.
really makes
Well,
you
that's what.
feel-
Yeah, it wipes out the crust.
Exactly.
Yeah, and your arteries are getting a little clogged as you're doing that. So,
Walk it off.
you got it, I guess. So here's the thing: each year, more than 2 billion pounds of cheese pizza is produced in the United States alone. That's interesting. So, on this special day, savor a classic slice of ooey gooey cheese pizza for yourself. Share a slice or two with some of your best friends. So I think pizza is what's for dinner, but it's also had an impact on pop culture, right? So you got to think about that. And one of the things that I like, the movie Mystic Pizza, you remember that, right?
Of course.
Julia Roberts. And if you've ever been down to Mystic,
I have.
there is a restaurant
That's
that's
right
still
there.
there.
Yep.
And I've gone there, and they actually play the movie on the TVs. At least they were playing it the 2 times I've been. Both times they play the movie.
It's got to be one of the most photographed pizza places in New England.
Absolutely.
I see people posting pictures of it all the time.
Well, and both times I've been there was packed, so I think it still
100%.
does a good business. All these years later, after that movie, so and the pizza was pretty good.
It's
by
good
the way.
pizza.
It's good pizza. But not only that, right? Kevin McAllister's preferred choice on Home Alone movies was cheese pizza. Do you remember that? Right?
I do.
Boy, are we getting old? I just want to say that because I was young when these movies came. Well, at some point. But nobody loves pizza as much as the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
right.
right? Do
They-
you remember
they
that?
were-
Cheese pizza.
Absolutely.
I see something coming. All right, and then Joey Tribbiani from the Friends character, the Joey Special in the 1990s, which consisted of 2 pizzas, but I don't remember what he had for toppings. But there's no doubting that pizza has become a United States favorite and also a favorite of folks in Canada, by the way. And the cheese pizza is at the heart of it. It's also a popular dish at a party or friend gathering, right? You just get a pizza, everyone,
easy.
break that up. And that's not about to change anytime soon. So, Pete, we're going to take our third break and our third song. And this song was number 22 on the year that we're looking for. And when we come back, our folks from Culinary Arts are bringing us some pizza. All right.
Everybody, yeah. Rock your body, yeah. Everybody, yeah. Rock your body right. Back streets back, all right. Hey, now, oh my God, we're back again. Brothers, sisters, everybody sing. Gonna bring the flame, I'll show you how. Got a question for you, better answer now. Yeah. Am I original? Yeah. Am I the only one? Yeah. Am I sexual? Yeah. Am I everything you need? You better rock your body now. Everybody. Yeah. Rock your body. Yeah. Everybody. Rock your body right. tell the world, make it understand. As long as there be music, we'll be coming back again.
Underwriting is brought to you by Boise Cascade Distribution, providing products and services needed for building material dealers, home improvement centers, and industrial customers. They offer everything from engineered wood and plywood to Drex decking and railing, James Hardie siding, and Advantech subfloor. Located at 33 Fowler Street Extension in Westfield and on the web at bc.com, they are committed to providing quality products, great service, convenience, and value.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Welcome back to Superintendent Spotlight, and we are celebrating National Cheese Pizza Day. And if you're looking at us, we are in the studio now. This is what our studio looks like.
Cowabunga, dude.
Cowabunga. Yeah. That was what came out of Northampton, Pete. Remember?
I know. I when I worked for Channel 40, I actually went to the studios up there and saw their merch room, and it was unbelievable.
Really? Do you know who the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are?
Yes.
Oh.
There's Michelangelo, Donatello, Leonardo, and Raphael.
Yes. Wow, boy, does he know them, I guess.
He knows them.
I didn't know all the names.
Named after each an artist from
That's
the
correct.
book that, what was his name? Splinter Red.
Ah, Splinter was there.
Somebody knows their comic books.
Someone knows that stuff. That's
Yep.
terrific. So here's some National Cheese Pizza Day by the numbers, and then the
Gotcha.
kids are going to show us. As you can see, we have pizza coming our way. But there are 3 billion pizzas sold every year in the United States.
3 billion.
Yeah, every second, and think of how many seconds we've been on the air. There are 350 slices of pizza sold in America. 41% of Americans eat pizza every week. There are over 70,000 pizzerias in the United States. There are 40 slices. The average person has 46 slices of pizza per year.
I think I'm the over.
That's just under one slice of pizza a week.
Isn't that crazy?
That's a lot.
That's a lot. And in California alone, there are 6,600 pizzerias, more than any other state.
That makes sense.
Yep. 51,000 pounds is the weight of the largest pizza ever made, and 93% of Americans will eat pizza at least once in the next 30 days. So pizza is definitely right up there, and we have some in front of us. Mr. Rogers, take it.
Sure. So, again, one of the great traditions we have on Superintendent Spotlight is whenever it's a national food day like National Cheese Pizza Day, when of course we're so lucky to have
Chef Leslie,
Chef
thank you.
Leslie with us
Absolutely.
today, and we're so fortunate to have this culinary arts department right here at WTA, and our kids do such an amazing job. So obviously, with it being National Cheese Pizza Day, we've got some cheese pizza.
So what's for breakfast?
So let's talk to you guys for a little bit. Can you just introduce yourselves, who you are, what year you are here at WTA, and what you did this morning to get some cheese pizza ready for us?
All right. My name is Maya, and I am in 10th grade right now. And we just helped make the dough, and I did some of the sauce because there was a little spill, but we cleaned that up right away.
Hey, that happens in the kitchen.
So,
Awesome.
yeah.
All right.
Hello, my name is Lyle, and I'm
Lyle is our resident expert on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, if you missed that
Alright,
earlier.
and I made the sauce. Do I tell what ingredients?
What's in the sauce?
Well, there's some garlic,
Yum.
oregano, there's some red pepper flakes, tomatoes, obviously.
Yes. Yes.
And what else? There's, I guess I forgot a bit of the...
That's
Yeah,
pretty.
it's
Hey,
all over
that
it.
sounds pretty good already.
Main ingredients there. Right.
You got those. All right.
Thanks, Lyle.
Hi, my name is Malia. I'm a junior, and I assembled the pizzas. So first, I got the dough from Maya, who made the dough, obviously,
Yeah.
and then I added the sauce on top from Lyle.
Thanks, Lyle.
And then I put the cheese on top, and then we just put them in the oven.
So what kind of cheese? Anything in particular, or did you?
Just shredded mozzarella cheese. Yeah.
Perfect.
Thank you.
All right.
Awesome.
Can
Well,
we get a? Can we?
how about an unveiling?
Yeah, unveil the pizza. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Chef, anything you want to add to that?
Let's see. No, they did a great job. And one of the cool things they did this morning, obviously we made the pizza dough a day ahead of time. We have a machine for actually rolling out fondant in the kitchen, but it also works awesome on pizza doughs as well.
We're going to bring one to
perfectly even pizza dough. So we actually feed the pizza dough right through the fondant machine.
The producer's room.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, we're looking forward to seeing it,
Now it's
sampling it,
two in the other one.
and giving some awesome feedback on it.
It looks fantastic.
Wow. And when you talk about pizza, everybody's has their favorite pieces. But when you look at this, and they're taking it out. If you can see, somehow I got to try to get to the camera how delicious that looks. The cheese is perfectly melted on top. Oh, this looks terrific. So can we take a sample? Pete and Ken, you guys get your piece? your slices? I think they might be eating right now.
No, we got it.
Okay. All right. While we are eating our pizza, we're going to take our. Actually, we took our third song already, right?
Yes, we did.
So we're going to.
I guess we got to guess.
Yeah, we got to guess, but we got to eat.
We got to eat too.
So multitask. All right. Here's a question: do you eat pizza with a fork and knife, or do you eat it by hand?
I would say either or, depending upon location, situation, what kind of pizza it is,
All right,
right?
what
If
should we
you
do today?
if a pizza's cut into like really really small pieces, great. But if you're dealing with something huge,
Well, sometimes you get those big, huge pizza
Exactly.
slices. So, look at they even gave us napkins and everything. So we're going to take a little sample. Pete, Ken, how's the pizza?
Oh, it's excellent.
It is
Good sauce.
Good sauce.
Yeah.
There you go, Lyle. They're loving the sauce. Here we go.
Here we go.
I like the crust too.
It's delicious.
I'm using
Yeah,
hands.
that was very good.
I'm wearing a white shirt today, so I am going to use utensils.
And you'll still spill.
Yeah, most likely.
So
This actually is a well-rounded pizza.
it is.
Literally.
See?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I see what you did there. Well-rounded. Just the right amount of spice in the sauce. The cheese blend is incredible. It has a good melt on it. And the crust is holding up.
It is. This is delicious. Nice job. So, when are you opening up for the public, Chef?
So our thought
You got to turn the mic on, the switch. Yeah, perfect.
There we go. So our thought is we're probably going to open during these guys' next shop week, a sophomore junior week. Because next week we obviously start our freshman safety training, freshman one-day rotations, and we usually don't open the restaurant with freshmen until they come through for their freshman 1 week. So probably might be 2 weeks from today, somewhere right around that date. We'll be opening for the public.
And so it's 10:45 to 12:15, right? 564-3123 if you have any questions about the menus and such. And we typically post them. Are you excited to open up? Are the students excited to have the restaurant open?
I bet.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. You all did terrific. And we very much love the pizza. So
Yes, thank you.
so much.
Excellent. Nice job, guys.
All right,
Thanks,
nice
Chef.
job. Thank you, Chef. Terrific. All right, the last song was going to be Frozen by Madonna, number 32. And it's the last song because I don't want to hear it.
I'm surprised you chose it to begin with.
Well,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I wanted to throw a red herring in. I always try to throw
You
a
do.
red herring in.
You do.
And when
I
you
think
think
a
of
Bittersweet Symphony would be the red herring.
it is a little bit too. I was multi-red herring here this week. But when you think of Madonna, you think of the 80s.
Absolutely.
So I was trying to throw you off a little bit. Did it work?
Well,
I've got my
Think
answer.
of Madonna well
We're-
into the 90s.
We're definitely.
I try not to think of Madonna at all. Sorry, that's terrible. No, in the
Yeah.
80s I kind of liked her, but by the 90s it was. Oh.
Yeah, and we're definitely. I think you and I might have been out of college for this year. I think you know what I mean. I'm thinking.
All right, what's your guess?
I'm thinking it's like 96 or 97. I got to decide. 97? I'll just say 97.
I'm going with 97 too. We did talk about it earlier, so Chris is clearly stealing my answer over here. But
Not really, Chuck, because I honestly was going to go with 90. I was going to go with 96 my senior year. So maybe I'll go with 96 then. I'll go with 96 because I might still have been in college.
97.
Yeah.
Pete, what do you got?
I think I'm going earlier than that. I'm going like 92, 93. I think 92.
That's high school for me.
Ken?
And because Pete is doing 92, I'm doing 93 because I was torn between the two.
98.
Oh no!
Wow. And that was.
I'm getting old.
Yeah,
we are. We're getting old. It's getting harder as we do these. So, yeah, 1998. But, Chuck, before we go, I wanted you to talk about our SAT course, right? You've got that. You've got a few other things going on. I'm just going to I'm going to have another piece of pizza because it's really good.
Yeah, so we Westfield High School and Westfield Tech are launching a new initiative this year. We have an SAT boot camp that we're running. It actually is running. It starts this coming Saturday.
Right.
We're doing 4 sessions. We really wanted to make it available or as available to students and families as we can. So it meets on September 7th and September 14th, and we have 2 sessions going, a morning session and an afternoon session at the high school. And then we are doing the following 2 weeks, the 21st and the 28th. They're running 2 sessions the same way at Westfield Tech.
And students can attend either from either school.
Yep, either or. Either or. We want students to take advantage of this. It's completely free. And
That's my favorite 4-letter word.
Yeah.
Mine too.
Even
You
better
know
than
that.
Food.
Even better than food. And so, what are they going to be reviewing? Like, is there anything specific that they're going to be talking about?
So we actually joined a company. We have a company who's working with us who does this throughout the New England area, and basically they're going to give them test preps skills, study skills, things like that, have them do some problems, have them work through some things. But it's been really well received. We actually sold...
I was going to ask, how are the signups?
Yeah, we wanted to keep them manageable, so we capped the class size at 25, and the first session was completely filled.
Wow.
We filled it before the weekend, and
Nice.
The afternoon session on those first dates are pretty close to being filled. We have, I think, about 21 students right now signed up, give or take. So it's going well, too. We're getting a lot of students, and we think it's a great opportunity.
Another great initiative
100%.
Absolutely.
for our students. Anything else going on in terms of events, athletics? I know sports have started.
Yeah, it
is football season, right?
Football opens for Westfield.
You know what?
High
I'm
on
glad I'm
Friday.
not a Patriots fan this year.
You know,
Sorry.
but not to go down that rabbit hole. But you know, they were so good for so long, like the Yankees. They were when the Yankees had their dynasty. You're so good for so long that the fans get spoiled, right? But all teams are going to go through down periods. It's just the nature of the business.
It's tough, though, because it's like they've been so good for
so long
that you have like this false sense of hope they're going to turn it around. But let's face it, they're not.
Sports talk. Here we go. That's our old sports meeting.
And that's a tough division. The Dolphins and Jets are really good.
Are the Giants rebuilding again still?
I don't know. I honestly, I couldn't tell you what direction they're going. I couldn't tell you if they'd win 6 games or win 10 games. I've never been this clueless about a direction a team is going in at this point. I have no idea.
Well, and Westfield High School football is starting up this weekend
Friday.
too.
Yeah, we're starting. I believe it's Milford that we're starting. It's a non-league game, so yeah. But it's exciting. I mean, this time of year is always exciting for all of our athletic teams. I went to the boys' soccer game the other day against Hampshire, and it's just exciting to be back out there. It feels great.
And the weather's terrific for them to practice. So, what does it mean if it's a non-league game?
It doesn't count for the standings and the rankings and things like that necessarily. Yep.
Well, it counts in your overall record, but
correct.
But right.
And you've got what else starting up? Soccer.
Yep. I mean, we had soccer start. We had our first pretty exciting. We actually had our first unified basketball practice.
Oh,
again.
I saw that.
Very nice.
And the exciting thing is we co-opted with Westfield Tech this year. So we had 6 students from Westfield Tech that came and joined our Westfield High School team. So we have a really good turnout. It's a great program. Last year was our first year. This is our second
it was.
year. So it's great to see that program grow.
And how often do they practice?
They practice, I think, right now just one time a week, but they have a couple of games. The kids get really into it. It's really exciting.
Let us know when the games are, because I didn't get to make one last year, and I wanted to, and this year I'd like to make it.
It's a lot of fun, and I definitely will.
Okay, perfect. So we are actually about at the end of our first show.
Can you believe that?
I know, it's already over, but next week we have Westfield Middle School Principal Jesse McMillan. He's bringing some of his team members, too. We're going to get back to the district focus on student discourse. He's going to be talking about that. And then on the 19th, we have our health and safety supervisor, Nurse Fawn St. Pierre, on with Greg Vuros, the athletic director, and we're actually going to do something with National Concussion Awareness Day.
Very nice.
Great. Chuck, you were talking about some new football helmets that you saw and that's obviously a sport where you get a lot of concussions.
Oh, yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah, I don't know if it was on ESPN or if it was on the news recently, but they have the covers to the helmets to try to reduce concussions and keep players safe.
I mean, I was just thinking about Anthony Rizzo as the first baseman for the Yankees who had a concussion last year, and it affected him the whole time. So we have to take those
College
seriously.
and NFL have been using the covers for a couple of years.
They
now.
have practices. Yep. Mm-hmm.
You got to take concussions seriously. And so we have some great shows coming up. We're really excited to be back on the air. We're excited for another school year, folks. It is 10 o'clock.
It's unbelievable.
It is. So go out and have some nice cheese pizza today.
And enjoy this weather, folks. It's just we're so blessed with the weather we've had this week. Get outside.
Yeah,
get outside.
Absolutely. And we will catch you next week. So have a wonderful weekend. Thank you, Mr. Jędrzejczyk, for being on our show today.
Thank you, guys. Enjoyed it.
And we will catch up with you next Thursday.
Have a good one, everybody.
Take care.
You only see what your eyes want to see. How can life be what you want it to be? You're frozen when your heart's not open. You're so consumed with how much you get. You waste your time with hate and regret. You're broken when your heart's not open. If I could melt your heart, we'd never be apart. Give yourself to me. Now there's no point in placing the blame, and you should know I suffer the same. If I lose you, my heart will be broken.